So that when you start noticing your energy dropping, you'll get better at it. And this is not positive thinking. This is creation. Because if you can maintain that modified state of mind and body your entire day, get ready, because weird stuff's going to happen all around. You're going to be like, and this happens all the time, people say, I'm not doing anything. Oh my God. Of course you're not. You don't have to do anything. You are the vortex. People build an identity by, becoming some type of body, having some type of body, knowing someone, or being someone, owning some things, living somewhere at some time. And the identity then is identifying with everything material in the three-dimensional world, and all their attention is out there. But you want to hide the divine anywhere in a human being, the best place to hide it is within them. They'll look everywhere else for it. Wow. So then when you start moving closer towards it, and you start feeling more whole, then the scooter is just a signature of what you love about life, your freedom. So the Porsche and all those things become an identity, and when you become possessed by your possessions and you can't get beyond them to create, because your identity is so steeped in the three-dimensional world, it's going to take crisis. It's going to take trauma. It's going to take disease. It's going to take diagnosis. It's going to take. So when you feel so off, you feel so altered, that no sports car, no shopping spree, no meal is going to make the feeling go away. Now this is when the soul's going, hey, wake up, because now nothing out there is going to make this feeling go away. What are you left with? For the first time, you're no longer responding to your texts. Right. You're no longer checking all your emails. You're no longer posting. You're no longer going out to dinner with the same people, listening to the same stories. You're breaking all those agreements. Right. And now you're looking at yourself, because you feel so altered that you can finally see yourself like someone else sees you. You're observing. Now, that's when you begin to objectify the subjective self. That's the moment you're disentangling from the program. My message is, why would you wait for that? Why not marry a clear intention with an elevated emotion every day? Instead of going to your lowest denominator to see yourself, go to an elevated state. And from an elevated state, look at the old self and be so conscious, like, okay, now I'm up here. So you practice the meditation as a rehearsal for game time. And then you open your eyes, and now it's game time. It's not like I did my meditation, you're on the freeway and you're flipping people off or judging your coworker.
Now you got to show up.
You got to show up and you got to demonstrate it. Now you primed your brain and body to demonstrate it. Now the game changes. Yes. Now it's instrumental, right? So then when you have that kind of understanding, and you can get in touch with what that is, you'll know the moment you lose it, that something is not right. So from an elevated state now, you could look at the old self, and the moment you start going down, you're like, I lost it. But you don't have to reach that low place. Why not do it every day, so that when you start noticing your energy dropping, you'll get better at it. And this is not positive thinking. This is creation. Because if you can maintain that modified state of mind and body your entire day, get ready, because weird stuff's going to happen all around. You're going to be like, and this happens all the time, people say, I'm not doing anything. Oh my God. Of course you're not. You don't have to do anything. You are the vortex.
You're allowing.
It's coming to you.
Yes.
It's coming to you. So then, when that person overcomes themselves, and they're sitting in the fire, it's no longer pleasure. It's no longer, the need for gratification. They're just in love with themselves. They're satisfied with themselves. Now, when they're in love with themselves and they can allow others to be however they want, then the side effect of that is called joy. Joy is the absence of the torment of those emotions that keeps the body unhappy. You're just not that anymore. You're happy, right? Yes. So a scooter would bring you just as much joy as a sports car, because you don't need either one of them to be happy. It's just, you want the experience of just being free and driving your little Vespa, whatever it is, right? To me, I'm the same way. Like, I've had all those things, and none of that means anything to me. I'm about, we take memories with us. I want to experiences. I want to have moments that I'll never forget my entire life. And I don't care if it's the most amazing meal with great friends and great wine and great toasting and great moments and a lot of gratitude, or it's a mystical moment that's so profound and so transformative. Those are the ones that you take with you. And so, overcoming the past and the emotions that are connected to the past and lowering the volume to those emotions is called wisdom. Now, wisdom is what we take with us, and that's when we're done. And now we're ready for the next experience. So then that teaching people how to find that place of love for themselves means that they have to come up against everything that stands in the way between them and that. And that's
what
the
is
work.
that usually for people?
It's the survival emotions, it's hardwired programs, it's their past, it's the story that they tell about their past. I just want them to tell the story of their future more than they're telling the story of their past. I never tell a person to go back to their childhood and remember the events. The story is probably not even accurate.
Right.
Just overcome the emotion. Forget the story. Overcome the emotion, and you belong to the future instead of the past, right? So will that heal the inner child? Yes. Have I had profound moments where I saw things as a child and how I framed them? Absolutely. But that was a moment where I was enlightened that I didn't need to do that anymore, but it was inwardly that I did that. So healing the inner child is healing the same person. You're only the child when you feel the emotion. That's taking you back. In the moment. You're going back to being 7 and trying to figure out why things are happening the way they are. That's never going to be resolved. But if you don't have the emotion, the child is healed. The child is free, right? I mean, so we just work on the emotions. That's the key. And so when you overcome the emotion that's charged, that keeps you connected to the past, and you no longer have an emotion connected to the past, then that's wisdom. Then you know. I mean, then you're free.
Freedom.